Hey, it's Dr. Watts with Biogenetics. After the most recent pain summit in Colorado, I was asked 3 main questions. Number 1, can you explain the double crush phenomena? The double crush phenomena is when 2 normally non-painful stimuli combine together to create a pathology or a pain syndrome. For instance, I could have an impingement in my shoulder and my elbow, and it leads to carpal tunnel. Now, in that example, both of the stimuli were actually impingements. What if one's chemical and one's physical? What if one's inflammatory and the other one is actually an impingement? This is the case for most neuropathies. We find that there's a chemical component and a physical component, causing a bookending of the pain. The issue with treatment arises when a doctor tries to just fix it from a physical perspective, or opposite, just from a chemical perspective. See, natural healthcare providers have an equal opportunity to work on both the physical and the chemical, and that's the phenomenal part about it. It's a double crush scenario. Question number 2, if we have a double crush scenario with neuropathy, what do we do? What are we even looking for? So there's this thing called an A3AR receptor, and it's essentially a light switch that when it's on, you don't feel pain. When it's off, you're in pain. A3AR switch, or the receptor, is deactivated with inflammation. It's a very specific type of inflammation, though. It's called reactive oxygen species. Reactive oxygen species are usually associated with decreased glutathione levels, which is the main antioxidant that your body creates. So that means neuropathy is associated with diabetes, gut issues, inflammatory conditions, autoimmune diseases, arthritic conditions, obesity, nutrient deficiencies. The one thing they have in common is an increase in reactive oxygen species that shuts off that A3AR switch. And you're left in neuropathic pain, and it doesn't have to be that way. The third question from the Colorado Pain Summit was, how long does it take for somebody's condition to resolve? Depends on whether or not you actually handle the double crush phenomena with one bookend or both. And if we're going to be doctors of cause, then that means that we have to dig in on the lifestyle, both physical and chemical. Even if we've never done it before, watch the webinar, look into it. Biogenetics Pain Kit. Add it to your structural services, flip that switch back on, and send neuropathic pain packing. Dr. Watts with Biogenetics, a doctor of chiropractic and an expert in functional medicine and clinical nutrition. Till next time.